Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode has now been out for close to 4 months. Has anything major changed since launch, and is it worth coming back to? Hello everyone, welcome to Project XTalk. My name is Tom with a little analysis of the current state of Halo Infinite. I just want to note before we move on to the video that I am a longtime Halo player. I've been playing this game since Halo Combat Evolved and played every single one since then. So I do love this franchise, okay? Day one of Halo Infinite's multiplayer brought us 6 arena maps and 3 big team battle maps. Compared us to the past Halo games like Halo 5, which had 10 arena maps at launch, 5 breakout maps for their competitive mode that they added, albeit those were Forge maps, but I still count those. And then they added 3 Warzone maps, which was their PvE mode, which the maps were massive compared to anything we've ever had in Halo before. Looking back at further Halo titles, you would also see this consistency where the game has a lot more maps on offer day one compared to Halo Infinite. So how many maps has Halo Infinite added since launch? They just had a mid-season update recently. Did they add any new maps? No. They added some fixes to the game, but no maps. No maps at all. And that is extremely unfortunate considering that this season lasts 6 whole months and we have yet to see one map. The map, or the season I should say, ends in May at some point. That's a long time since launch to not have any new maps. This game launched in November, at some point, early November, I think November 3rd, and now we're not going to get new maps till May. If they keep up the same trend, that means we won't see another map after that for an additional 6 months. They really have to step their game up here. When this new season drops, they have to make it blow the current map count out of the water. If they don't at least double the map count, the variation in this game is going to be as non-existent as possible for the maps. It just adding 2 maps, for example, in Arena, that's not going to be a big enough change to hold over the players who've been waiting for content. And that's something this game is missing currently, content. And we'll touch on that in the next section. Okay, Halo Infinite doesn't have a lot of maps. That's fine, you may say. Well, I'll just make them in Forge. No, you're not. Because Forge isn't coming out until Season 3 of the game, and you're looking at another possibly 8 to 9 months for that at this point. Okay, so the maps aren't in the game. But what about game modes? Surely, we have variation there. Not at all. Day 1 of Halo Infinite forced us either into quick play, which tossed us into a bunch of game modes like Team Slayer, Oddball, Strongholds, or CTF. And the only option other than that was Big Team Battle or Ranked Arena. You couldn't just play Slayer back then, if that's what you liked. Luckily, 343 did expand on this, and they added free-for-all as well, and now you can choose which game mode you want. I believe the only ones you can't choose is like Strongholds or Capture the Flag. You have to play those in quick play. Sure, that's fine. I think the majority of players who like these kind of games, Team Slayer has been, the staple of the one that they would want to play the most of anyways. So, yeah, they're not letting you choose everything, but at least we got something, right? So, there's some game modes, but they lack creativity fun modes. Like, if you grew up playing Halo, you would know Shotties and Snipers. Fun mode, staple. Rocket Race. Drive around with your buddy on a mongoose behind you, go hit the checkpoints, blast the other dudes off the rockets, off their mongooses with your rocket. It was a fun game mode. Infection. Not here. Griffball. Not here. None of that is here. Don't worry though. They did add a new game mode recently called Attrition. It was a 4v4 competitive elimination Slayer type of gameplay. I believe you had 10 lives in total for your team, and then eventually once it's all depleted, the other opposing team wins. Really fun game mode. It was a blast. And I say was because this game mode was only for an event called, it was only for an event. I believe it was a Cyber Showdown event. and it's not available to play without that event. You can't go and choose it, even though it was such a good game mode, and it's unfortunate that it's gone. That's fine though, you might say. I'll just progress through the battle pass anyways. Sure, go ahead. At launch, the battle pass rates were extremely low. The experience rates were disgustingly low. You weren't going to progress more than a level a day, possibly. It was so terrible. Luckily now, you can pretty much level multiple times a day. If you go through your weekly challenges, there's no reason why you can't get leveled 100 in a couple of weeks in this game without even paying a cent in the battle pass. So that it's there, cool. Now the issue though, I truly believe that they expected us to actually play this game for 6 whole months with those disgustingly slow rates. Because as of now, most players who've been playing this game since launch consistently should already be level 100 or close to level 100. And even those that have been playing casually, like myself, I'm already level 75. I can probably get level 100 in like 2 more weeks, possibly at my current rate, in which I'm only playing maybe a couple hours a week. So yeah, I guess you can progress, but eventually that progression is going to be gone until May. And there's a lot of players who've already finished it. So there's that, right? Where's the progression? Not really there at this point. I think these seasons are too long. They probably have to shorten them quite a bit. The fact that they made it before so that you can, if you don't finish the battle pass, you should have been able to, go back to it and finish it later, even if they added a new one. I don't know why they're scared to add a new one at this point. I don't know why they're waiting for a new season, and it is infuriating. Luckily, the gameplay is phenomenal in this game. This might be the best Halo game I've played in terms of gameplay in a long time. When you look at issues like map variation though, game mode variation, and a lack of eventual progression, if you've been playing since launch, well, I think it might be time to just put this game down. So far, for a live service title, this game has been a terrible example of what a live service game should be. When you look at other titles that are live service, maybe like Fortnite, even Call of Duty's on their yearly releases, they release more maps within that yearly cycle so far than we would have gotten. They finished all their expansions normally. They do like 3 to 4 content drops of actual maps until about, I believe, 3 months until the next game comes out. They would have already had multiple if this was Call of Duty. We have yet to have any map updates again. So besides some events, which by the way are recycled a lot, there is nothing new in the Halo Infinite. Nothing news here. 343, fix your damn game and stop sitting on your ass. Players are leaving the game, albeit nowhere at the level of Battlefield 2042, where players left that game so rapidly that the player base is pretty much non-existent at this point. Halo Infinite, luckily, still has a player base because the gameplay is good. The foundation of this game is good. Don't mess that up, 343. Like you messed up the majority of your other Halo titles. I have no faith in you, but prove me wrong, please. And just like that, I'm leaving Halo for now. But I'll also be leaving you guys. This has been Tom from Project XTalk, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.